Hey YouTubers, thanks for joining me here at Random Chemistry. In this video we're going to talk about mass-to-mass conversions. So here's our equation. P4 reacts with 6Br2 to produce 4PBr3. And our question is to calculate the mass of Br2 needed to react with 27 grams of P4. Now the very first step when doing mass-to-mass conversions is to make sure your chemical equation is balanced. If the question does not specifically state that your equation is balanced, you need to double check and make sure it is yourself. Once you know for sure that your equation is balanced, then you need to find the molar mass of the formulas that it's asking. So you need the molar mass of Br2 and the molar mass of P4. If you're not familiar with how to obtain molar masses, then you can check out my video where I show you how. So the molar mass for Br2 is 160 grams per mole. And the molar mass of P4 is 124 grams per mole. And remember that these can be written as conversion factors, which we'll use later. Now that we have our molar masses, we need to find our molar ratio. And we need the molar ratio between Br2 and P4, which is 1 and 6. So I'm going to go ahead and write this as a conversion factor. So 1P4, sorry about that, 1 mole of P4 for every 6 moles of Br2. Now that we have what we need, we can go ahead and get started on this equation. Now, going from mass to mass can be tricky because there are a lot of steps involved. You're basically going from grams of P4 to moles of P4, and then from moles of P4 to moles of Br2, and then from moles of Br2 to grams of Br2. Rather than doing several different steps separately, we can combine them to one long step using dimensional analysis. So with dimensional analysis, we always start with what we're given. So 27 grams of P4. So now I need to go from grams of P4 to moles of P4. And I can do that using the molar mass. So I know that there's 124 grams for every mole. If I have grams on top, I want grams to be on bottom. So 124 grams of P4 for every 1 mole of P4. So now grams of P4 cancel, and I'm left with moles of P4. But that's not what I need. I need mass of Br2. So I need to go from moles of P4 to moles of Br2 using our conversion factor. Or excuse me, using our molar ratio, which is set up as a conversion factor. If I have moles of P4 on top, I need moles of P4 on bottom. So 1 mole of P4 for every 6 moles of Br2. So moles P4 cancel, and I'm left with moles of Br2. But I need grams of Br2. So I'm going to use the molar mass of Br2 as my conversion factor. So if I have moles of Br2 on top, I need moles on bottom. So I know it's 160 grams of Br2 for every 1 mole of Br2. And now moles of Br2 cancel, and I'm left with grams of Br2, which is what my question is asking for. So now I just plug this into my calculator, and you do so very carefully because if you make a mistake, it can completely change your answer. So 27 times 1 divided by 124 times 6 divided by 1 times 160 divided by 1. When you plug this into your calculator, you should get 209 grams of Br2. Alright YouTubers, thank you so much for joining me during this video with Random Chemistry. Please comment, like, subscribe. I really want to hear from you. If there's any material that you specifically want me to cover, if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you next time on Random Chemistry.